Greetings everyone, it's April Fool's, which means it's upload a bunch of stuff I would normally never do day for me, because if people don't like it, I can pretend it was a joke and stuff. Last 2 years it was mostly viewer request material, but since I was a little late getting that started this year, and besides I got the Sonic Forces project for that this year, I'll be doing a bunch of other stuff, like this playthrough of Slashout. I've never done a Let's Play before, but as a nostalgia critic proved with his first Let's Play, try something new and it will be a disaster. So Slashout, arcade-only game by Sega from the year 2000. My name is Roger.
And I'm Luke, not playing the game, but pointing and laughing at Roger failing at this game instead.
Indeed. I'm not very good at this game, but I noticed this game barely has a presence on YouTube, so this is my chance to do a Let's Play that hasn't been done by a bazillion other better players yet, so woohoo. So, let's go. Anyway, so this game seems to be like a 3D version of Golden Axe or something from the Dreamcast era. Kind of reminds me of Soul Fighter. Heroic heroes, fantasy stuff. Should be cool, so let's see what kind of intense foes we're gonna fight. Our first opponents are farm animals.
I love how the chicken has a name, Gallo and Monty the sheep. So are we murdering someone's pets? So that's why the evil demons wants to kill us in this game. We killed their pets.
The sheep looks weird, doesn't it? Like they borrowed him from Nights to Dreams with the no feet and such. But nothing makes me feel more manlier than beating up a tiny chicken with a giant axe-wielding man.
Yet the tiny chicken is still kicking your ass.
Look. Oh look, finally, some actual tough-looking bad guys.
So, the giant pig monster is literally called Porco. What cruel parents would call their pig son that? It's like I would name my son Corpsey, or Please Murder Me, I'm Delicious.
But yeah, lately I've been into revisiting those brief moments in time that companies are trying to figure out how to make beat-em-ups in 3D, or Fighting Force, or Soul Fighter, or Spike Battle games. I think Dynamite Cop is the only one that actually has a decent reputation these days. And then I run into this one. I was surprised how wacky it is. Anyway, so this fighting game has a level-up system. It's kind of pointless since you can't really grind for experience. I don't think the amount of those colorful gems, that's what gives you the experience points, even changes how well you do, so you'll roughly always be the same strength at any point.
This game really reminds me of Soul Calibur, the Dreamcast era graphics, the various warrior archetypes with weapons. This does look like my cup of tea, as I like games where you use a mighty sword to cut down your foes. But I don't understand why we are slaughtering loads of legless sheep. That sort of thing would get us banned from Wales.
Okay, so here's really the most frustrating thing from this game for people who aren't very good at it like me. By beating bosses, you get those special power-up balls, speed, magic, defense, and power in your inventory. And it's super frustrating because enemies can punch those balls out of you. So if you suck at a game like me, you'll be constantly trying to retrieve your power-ups more than fighting back. This game is not very rookie-friendly.
2 levels in, and now we're fighting hats? With teeth? I'm not sure I should be sad the developers already ran out of ideas 2 levels in, that they came up with Mario Odyssey way before Nintendo did, or be terrified this is just a preview of the more insane depths of madness we'll get into in the near future.
This is such a weird location for the second stage. It looks like we're in hell or some different dimension. This game constantly jumps from relatively realistic locations to weird fantasy places like this. I mean, sure, this level is a haunted mansion place, but it's crazy even for one of those.
Those freaky ghosts are called Fanta. You what? Don't tell me I've been drinking their piss all this time.
Here's where the cheating after my losing power-up parade starts.
Oi, look, it's Sans from Undertale.
Ah, human! You will come with me and... hey, Frisk. You've, grown. That's, impressive, boss. You've grown,
You wanna bone her, don't you, Papyrus?
Shut up, Sans!
It's especially this boss where you realize why this game never had a home release. You have to fight these flying hands, and boy, let me tell you, doing a jump attack is a nightmare. Getting the right move to trigger, aiming your attack, praying the boss isn't in an attack move that makes it invisible just as you finally succeed, and your power-ups constantly gets knocked out of here. Better be an expert at this game, or controls will be broken, or arcade stuff. Although maybe it's the emulator and it's easier on actual hardware, I don't know. There's so many colorful level-up gems that the game starts to resemble a My Little Pony game almost.
Yeah, give Conan the colourful shiny gems. They make me look pretty.
I noticed we're in a more normal, realistic environment again. Fighting retro-looking robots. Sad-looking robots. Aww. Look at a sad robot. I feel sorry for beating him.
Here comes the gatekeeper. Oh no, it's Vid's f***ing Clortho.
Wasn't Zool the gatekeeper? Ah! Now I turn into a sad robot. Aw, no wonder he's sad. His attacks suck. Yeah, this game has a power-up where you turn briefly into the last mook you punched. So yes, you can turn into a legless sheep for a brief moment of time. My favorite playable character ever. Yay.
Get ready for the boss. Fight it out.
Fight it out? Nah, I'd rather talk it out.
I'm strong. You are weak. I'll finish you.
Okay, good talk. Now die.
Go! I get to feel what it's like being a Roman in an Asterix story.
No one can beat.
Ugh, that's one ugly smile. Yeah, Conan happy. The sunlight, the birds, the bees, and I get to smash them all into little bloody pieces. Oh.
So we had a relatively realistic steampunkish location, so no back at Crazyland. Happy Snow Forest.
I think Sega forgot they were making a fantasy slasher game instead of a sequel to Ristar here. Or Nights into Dreams.
At least the enemies are suitable. Whoa.
Rog, can you even try just dodging and blocking? The Roger strategy, formerly the Aaron strategy. Just dying over and over, using endless continues and spamming special attacks.
Shut up, Luke. Another frustrating boss, Medusa, and after floating rocks in Spaceland. Starting to look suitably climactic.
Come on, up you get, Pippi Longstocking.
Oof, these wolves are really annoying.
And they say Sonic is the game with the pinball physics. Oh wow, this time the gatekeeper actually does resemble the gatekeepers from Ghostbusters.
Okay, an electric fence.
How'd you get past an electric fence? By stabbing it, of course.
With arcade games, I always love the first half hour, but after that I'm kind of getting tired. It's a bit exhausting.
Bony Dragon? Pathetic name for a late game boss. Like he's starving or something.
Oh, hey, my pet dragon.
Well, it was a bad dragon brand.
That's it. Sorry for being disrespectful to you.
Yeah, fortunately this boss will land on the ground a lot, so don't constantly have to rely on air attacks. Okay, that's an interesting final level.
Okay, 1, what kind of drugs are these developers on? And 2, where can I get some?
I resent that statement. I can make plenty of terrifying, stupid stuff without using any drugs. Okay, so the final boss. Now, as the final boss is waiting for us, I think this is the perfect opportunity to tell you that if you don't move your character, she'll do a sexy belly dance.
I can see why this game was praised for its graphics.
And the boss is just waiting there in the background. How nice. It's kind of funny, it really looks like a typical Sega arcade final boss character thing. Looks straight from a House of the Dead game, or as Dural's ugly twin. Sega loves their metallic final bosses. Come on, evil demon man, it's like a disco floor, right? Let's dance. Stop shooting me! Defeating it requires a ton of skill and strategy, so just don't mind me just brainlessly trying to hit it and keep using continues, because I'm kind of tired. So this is fun. The end credits shows you all the levels, including levels I never got to see. Because I think there's a thing in this game where if you beat a level within a time limit, you get to a secret level.
Well, with your terrible skills at this game, beat the level at all and go to the next regular level is more relevant advice.
Whew, yeah, I did try it a few times, but I can't get it. I can't make it. I think you have to play with 2 players in order to make it through the time limits. But it looks annoying me, so no. Oh, in random trivia, you can change your character color scheme by pressing a cheat code on the character select screen. Remember when cheat code still existed instead of DLC? Anyway, so that was my demonstration for why I'm a terrible gamer who should never do Let's Plays. This was Sega Slashout for arcade, which was never released for home consoles, just like many, 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 many other Sega games, alas. Although they did once make a little weird arcade compilation for Nintendo Wii. I guess it didn't do very well. Oh well.
And do check out Roger's Patreon. It's a beautiful postmodern futuristic piece with a rich colour palette and an unbalanced but daring composition. Witnessing its tragic beauty will bring you the full range of emotions. Anger,
Still no updates?
sadness, and hilarity.
Look, I drew something. Can I have my money now?
So don't bother going to a museum, the theatre or some natural park this summer. Check out these Patreon pages instead.